We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Bunster's, the home of such infamous sauces as shitting up your bed. We have the hot honey, mild heat. Now, we've got a pizza, bacon, chicken elixir. Now, why will those 4 words matter? Well, you will see shortly in the video. But let's take a look here. This is from Australia. And they really, really want to go on pizza, bacon, and chicken. Like really. Honey, apple cider vinegar, chiles. I don't recall which chiles are used in this, however. Does it mention here? Nope. Nope. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you, which chilies are in it. It generally doesn't with most of the hot honeys out there. Honey is one of those things where you really have to kind of have your eyes on the prize with the final product. That's really what matters. See, it's this very nice dark golden color. And it's clearly been sitting in the bottle for a while. Does it mention if it's pasteurized or not? I don't think it addresses that. I'm pretty sure this is not raw, though. So do not refrigerate, eat within a year of opening. That's kind of interesting. Let's crack it up. I really like this bottle. This bottle looks like a brandy bottle. To me, anyway. I really quite like it. I opened the cap and I can smell the honey. I'm kind of wondering if we got a little fermentation going on here. I don't taste anything on the threads too suspicious there. It is the sort of honey color that we have come to expect from Pooh Bear and other aficionados of honey. See, there's some little flecks of something in there, but not too much. I guess we might as well just have us a little tasty and see what we got going on here. This is really good. This is an excellent honey. It's not hot. Very little heat to this. It is quite delicious, though, I must say. So with the chili, whatever the chilies are in there, I can't quite place it from this, but whatever they are, with that apple cider vinegar and the honey, you get it's a little bit of a hot sauce vibe, if I'm being honest here. It's still pretty firmly a honey, but you get a little bit of a hot sauce vibe to it as well, sort of a subtle undercurrent, which I think is really kind of interesting. Yeah, I quite like this. This is good. It was a pain to kind of get this, and of course, all the hot honeys are, $1 bazillion now, like pretty much all the other luxury stuff, but or everything just in general, right? But this one, I found it somewhere. I think I got it during a Black Friday thing. I don't recall where now. But I want to say it was like 11, 12 bucks or something like that, maybe. Might have been a little bit more. But you get 10 ounces of it, and it's in, I mean, they definitely go nice long way towards presentation. I don't know how much that matters to anybody, but I mean, I think this bottle is really cool. I'm going to be kind of reluctant to toss it, actually. But let's try this on some food. So what we got here is from Papa Murphy's. It is their chicken bacon artichoke pizza. And I was thinking, you know, when I first saw this, I knew I was going to, it's been a while since I've got this. It's just that waiting for me to review it. But I knew when I got it, I was like, okay, chicken bacon pizza. And again, on the back, and I'm like, all right, so can we combine those? Because I don't necessarily want to eat chicken and bacon and pizza all in the same video because, you know, I have limits, right? And I mean, I maybe someday I'll try, but you know, I'm trying to not be out of hand with stuff these days. So I say that a lot in the videos. Maybe one day I'll be successful, but so every once or twice a year, I would say. I don't know about you, but I like to get a Papa Murphy's. They're a little bit pricey, but I like their take on stuff. It's just not something I want to eat a lot of super frequently. You know, just because it's expensive. So, but I thought, you know, I haven't done it yet in 2024. As I filmed this, I'm like, you know what? I've never had one of their chicken bacon artichoke pizzas either. So win-win. And I'm sure somebody out there has a this type of thing, a chicken bacon pizza with red sauce rather. This is a creamy garlic sauce. So I'm not a big fan of honey on pizza. Very, very rarely do I think that's a super enjoyable thing. And I've had, you know, I did a honey pepper pizza not too long actually after I launched this channel. And those are good, but it's a different style. You know, where it's a lot of those red pepper flakes with honey, and it's pretty good pizza. Here, though, this is clearly meant to be more of an herby pizza, and I'm not sure the honey works here with this. I did a really dumb thing by not getting a baseline. The honey with the chicken is pretty good. And honey with bacon is fine, I guess. I always get their thin crust because you get this really nice effect on the edges. So I think the sauce of this is actually kind of working against this. Along with the powder they put on there. Let's try just some bacon. So for me, I put maple syrup on my bacon pretty much, you know, for years. Since I was a kid even. And I think maple syrup works better than honey does. Well, you know, that bite was pretty good. I might be coming around on this a little bit. Or it might have just been a difference in bites here. I got honey all over my fingers somehow. Probably by picking up the other pizza. It's and I don't use honey on pizza very often, and I probably won't be going forward either. So one of the reasons I think that, like, if you get crystallized honey, that can work pretty well on a pizza because it'll hold in place better. The times I've enjoyed honey on pizza has honestly generally been when it's baked. You know, you put a little drizzle of honey on, and then bake it with the pizza. Something down here after the fact I don't love. It is a very good tasting honey though. And of course, I mean, it's been good on, you know, chicken strips forever. I actually could put it on wings. It'd probably be too much of a mess. I'm assuming that's why people don't. Most of my honeys you've seen in other hot honey videos. There's a whole playlist of different ones I've done. But usually where I use honey is occasionally maybe in tea, but not very often. Most of the time, it's in, you know, on an English muffin with some peanut butter. That's where I use honey almost all the time. But, you know, I mean, if people that, you know, the producers, makers, right, if they have suggestions, I'll sometimes entertain that. Like, the only time I would use it also mentioned pancakes. The only time I'm going to use honey on pancakes is if I don't have any maple syrup. Right? And maybe if I also don't have a jelly of some kind. Or like one of the sweeter berry hot sauces. Like honey is pretty far down on the list that I would consider using it on pancakes, but maybe that's more of a thing in Australia. I don't know. First thing I had from Bunster's also, I quite like it. It's a really quite excellent product from the flavoring. It could be a little bit hotter, sure, but the way that they actually incorporate the chilies and vinegar in there, I find to be very, very nice. I actually quite like this. Their sauces, I wouldn't look for me to do, though, to be honest with you, because I think most of them have onions in them. And a sauce that has onions is not one that I generally am ever going to be doing, just because those make me ill. But for my first Bunsters, and to my knowledge, the first hot honey I've had from Australia, I think it's quite excellent. And I've had some Manuka honey before. That's more New Zealand. This is I don't know if that aspect of the New Zealand Manuka honey applies to Australia or not, but overall for this one, like they said, fairly mild heat. I'm going to give it a default 1 for heat, and that's being generous. But flavor-wise, just an excellent sort of entry, I guess, into the spicier hot honey category. So there it is, the Bunster's Hot Honey.
Number 4. In peace. To serve the flame.